Good afternoon and welcome to Lunch Global today. I am Chung Anamel, and today basically we'll be looking out for herbs and spices because like every day we always talk about eating the right food, making yourself your dish yourself, cooking what you want in the comfort of your space. But I know that we've not really spoken about what are the spices we're supposed to use, what kind of herbs are we supposed to use, what are the healthy spices you should use when making your dish, because we need to cut down on the intake of salts and other spices that will not add any value to our health. And we know the fact that this diabetes and cancer are so rare at the moment, so you have to look out for yourself, because what is most important and paramount is for you to be able to live a healthy life. Make sure when you're eating healthy, and then the spices you use and the herbs you use play a very important role in that dish. Now, it's not all about the aroma, it's also about the health benefits they will add to your body and also your overall health. So herbs and spices have been widely valued for centuries, both from their healing properties and other flavor. There are several herbs and spices with multiple potential health benefits, such as those with anti-inflammatory properties, cognitive boosters, and some that have or that may even aid to fighting of cancer, and just to name but a few. Some of these herbs and spices include turmeric, peppermint, ginger, and many more. Long before modern medicine, the ancient Greek used a variety of spices and herbs for their healing properties. They used saffron, cinnamon, thyme, coriander, and other plants as treatments, many of which people still use today as holistic remedies for fever, aches, and pain, including flu and other ailments. Cooking with spices and herbs can make your food both flavorful and healthier. And today we're going to be giving you some of those spices. Yes, we may know those spices. Okay, talking of garlic and ginger, and we know some of the important role they play in our health, like in the benefits of our health. But trust me, most of the time you need to even know more to be able to use it the way you're supposed to use them. There's no emphasis. Probably you just have a limit and or probably a quantity on how to use it and when to use it. But trust me, at any given time, you can use those spices and those herbs. And one good thing is, even when you're making smoothies and your juice, you can include herbs like peppermint, like just a lot of them. And trust me, we all know that. And just because I said today we're going to be giving you some of the best spices you can use, and also you having an idea of what do they actually even do in the body. So don't sacrifice flavors for the sake of being healthy. You can include many tasty additions to your meals that may come with health benefit of their own. For your next meal, try cooking with spices and herbs in fold. Whether you are the household meal planner or preparing one-off recipe for yourself, cooking with spices can add a new dimension of flavor to recipe. With a sprinkle of fresh or dried herbs or a twist of ground black pepper, cooking with spices can amplify almost the dish. The potential add a layer of nutrients to the meal. So you can just, most of the time, like go to a restaurant and then you're wondering, how do you make this pasta and it's entirely different? Trust me, the secret is not the pasta. The secret is the herbs and the spices. That's what makes it super unique. And before we go into that, we are going to go on this short break. And when we come back, make sure you don't go anywhere, because you need to learn something new today. Hello, you're welcome back from the short break. If you're just catching up with us on Lunch Global today, I am Chung Anamel Joseph, and today we'll be looking at some of the herbs and spices to spice up your cooking. I know you know some, but trust me, you don't know it all. Starting today, we'll be looking at cinnamon. Now, for cinnamon lovers, you know, it lowers blood sugar level and has a powerful anti-diabetic effect. Cinnamon is a popular spice found in all sorts of recipe and baked goods. It contains a compound called anthocyanins, and which is responsible for cinnamon's medicinal property. Cinnamon has potent antioxidant activities, which helps fight inflammation and has been shown to lower cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood level or in the blood. But where cinnamon really shines is in its effect on blood sugar level. Cinnamon can lower blood sugar by several mechanisms, including by slowing the breakdown of carbohydrates in the digestive tract and improving insulin sensitivity. Studies have shown that cinnamon can lower faster blood sugar by 10 to 29% in diabetic patients, which is a significant amount. The effective dose is typically 0.5 to 2 teaspoons of cinnamon per day, or 1 to 6 grams. Now, for the bottom line of what cinnamon is all about. Now, cinnamon has numerous health benefits, and it's particularly effective at lowering blood sugar level. And if you want to even enjoy your cinnamon better, trust me, you can make tea with cinnamon. You have the tea tree, you have your mint leaf, and then your cinnamon. That combination, trust me, you're going to come back for more when you try it. You just tell me thank you, and you need more options and all of that. And don't forget, cut down on the intake of sugar, because as a diabetic patient, we all know that whatsoever, it's like something that has to just come back gradually. So instead of going for the normal sugar, you can just get like honey to just, it will help you. Probably if you're a sweet tooth like me, that sometimes you just want something sweet, you know, so you can just add up your honey. So for diabetic patient, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be diabetic to be able to use cinnamon. Now, it's also good for your health. It's also good to boost your, because we all have blood in our body. So whether you're sick or you're healthy, you need cinnamon, because you need it to always improve your health, check out on your health, and of course, help in the regulation of your blood. Moving on, I'll be looking at sage. Now, sage can improve brain function and memory. Sage gets its name from the Latin word salvare, which means to save. You can hear from the word, it looks like to save, like that means it carries so much weight. It had a strong reputation for its healing properties during the Middle Age and was even used to help prevent the plague. Current research indicates that sage may be able to improve brain function and memory, especially people with Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is accompanied by a drop of the level of acetylcholine. It's a chemical manager in the brain. Sage inhibits the breakdown of acetylcholine in a 4-month study of 42 individuals with mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. Sage extract was shown to produce significant improvements in brain function. Other studies have also shown that sage can improve memory function in healthy people, both young and old. So it's about health, it's about safety, it's about young and old. You know, there's no specification whether you're ill or you're not. The idea of looking out for your health is for you to maintain that. You can use it when making your pasta, you can use it when it's dry. Guess what? Some people burn it like incense in their homes because it is so healthy. So even when you inhale it, it's also good for you. But if you ask me, I'll say you can use it to make your food, which I feel is going to be easier. And then when it's fresh, you can decide to bake it a little bit if you're not comfortable, because it has a very strong aroma, well, I say aroma flavor. So in a way and manner, you can decide to bake it to mild it, and then it will come out more fresher and then more nicer and of course mild, but then it still gives you that promising flavor, that nice taste and all of that. So there is promising evidence that sage extract can improve brain and memory function, especially in individuals with Alzheimer's disease. So if you are one of them, trust me, you wouldn't want to miss out on this. You have to help yourself, because I just got to, okay, find out, I think a lot of times now, like, so people can just, you can just see people, but you don't even know what people are going through medical wise. I mean, when it comes to their health. Not because we don't even look out for our health, but most of the time we are so cold and relaxed about looking out for ourselves. And then I am an example, because, you know, this self-medication thing, trust me, is bad. Sometimes, yeah, you feel uncomfortable and you just want to rush in and take paracetamol, or you take any other medication you see around. But most of the time, we don't even eat well. We don't even go to get to check the hospital to know exactly what we're going through. And sometimes maybe it's stress and you feel a little bit very weak, or maybe very weak or a little bit weak. And most of the time, trust me, you just have to go with the right herbs and medicinal. Spices and medicinal too. So, you know, spices and herbs, they work in line. That's why most of the time they use herbs to make all the local drugs we see that we get to buy, and we say, okay, those ones, they are natural produce. They are just something that you know that they are not being processed, something that you yourself can go to the market, buy them, and then make your medication or make your meal by yourself without having to consult a doctor or a nutritionist. Moving on, we'll be looking at peppermints. Now, peppermints can be used for tea. They can also be used to garnish your food. You can also just use them like just to make your food as well when you want to just get this minty flavor. But overall, they are very, very healthy. Now, it relieves IBS pain and may also reduce nausea. Peppermint has a long history of use in folk medicine and aromatherapy. Like that's when you're in the spa, you notice that a lot of times they have this peppermint flavor when you're in the spa, and it's so relaxing. I've experienced it a lot of times, and I can testify to that because it is extremely relaxing. So imagine you having that in the comfort of your home. Now, we have the whole humidifier that we use now, the electric one. Now, you can get your peppermint oil and put it into your humidifier, and then you burn it in your own space, your sitting room. It's just relaxing with that good music, and then it gives you that aromatherapy moment, and then you're giving yourself that therapy without even you realizing that you're actually doing that. As the case may be, with many herbs, it is the oily component that contains the agents responsible for health effects. Many studies have shown that peppermint oil can improve pain management in irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. It appears to work by relaxing the smooth muscle in the colon, which relieves pain experienced during bowel movement. It also helps to reduce abdominal bloating, which is a common digestive symptom. There are also some studies showing that peppermint in aromatherapy can help fight nausea. In a study of over 1,100 women in labor, peppermint aromatherapy caused significant reduction in nausea. It also has been shown to reduce nausea after surgery and C-section births. The natural oil in peppermint provides pain relief for those with IBS. It also has potent anti-nausea effect when used in aromatherapy. Moving on, we'll be looking at turmeric. We know that turmeric, we almost use turmeric like all the time. I know that there are people who don't like turmeric because sometimes when you use too much, it has this flavor that sometimes it can just end up making you feel weird sometimes. And another way turmeric works is the fact that, you know, it gets that our curry that we use to make food gets its color from turmeric. But these days, I notice that when they are making curry, it's like it's too much of turmeric in curry. So another way now you can get your turmeric more healthy is for you to go to the market. It looks as though it's ginger, but it's not. So we all know that. So you can just go to the market, get your turmeric, you can dry it, and then just make it into powder. And some people also take it like, just make it like tea, a little bit of turmeric with your, maybe any tea bag of your choice. Maybe it's green tea, it's black tea. You can use your turmeric like to also improve on the quality of what you're taking. And then this contains curcumin, a substance with powerful anti-inflammatory effect. Turmeric is the spice that gives curry its yellow color. It contains several compounds with medicinal properties, the most important of which is curcumin. Curcumin is a remarkably powerful antioxidant, helping to fight oxidative damage and boosting the body's own antioxidant enzymes. This is important because antioxidative damage is believed to be one of the key mechanisms behind aging and many diseases. Curcumin is also strongly anti-inflammatory to the point where it matches the effectiveness of some anti-inflammatory drugs. That's for you to know that it's really strong. Given that long-time low-level inflammation plays a major role in almost every chronic Western disease, it is not surprising to see the curcumin is linked to a variety of health benefits. Now, studies suggest that it can improve brain function, fight Alzheimer's, and then also reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer, and relieve arthritis, to name a few. Studies have also shown that cumin, the active ingredients in the spice turmeric, has major benefits for many aspects of health. So it's not all about you enjoying the color in your food. You need to also understand that in as much as it's very, very interesting to inculcate the spices and the herbs in your dish, you need to know the importance and the important role it plays in your health as well. Because when you know that, oh, I'm having this serious headache, and when I take turmeric, for instance, right? When I take turmeric, it will give me relief, it will make me sleep better and all of that. Then you should do that. That's because you already have an idea. You know that, okay, this thing works this way. If you know that, trust me, you're going to stay away from taking the paracetamol we take all the time and then some drugs that we just take to just help us relax. And then most of the time, it's not really you feeling ill like that. It can be stress. But if you keep overlooking it, and then you're trying to, oh, okay, I can just take care of myself, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy, I can do this, I can do that. Before you know it, you're just breaking down. So you need to avoid that as much as possible. So moving on, we'll be looking at holy basil. We know basil, like we all use it. I love basil, especially when I'm making jollof rice. Helps fight infection and boost immunity. Not to be confused with regular basil or Thai basil. Holy basil is considered a sacred herb in India. Studies show that holy basil can inhibit the growth of a range of bacteria, yeast, and molds. One small study also found that it can boost function of the immune system by increasing certain immune cells in the blood. Holy basil is also linked to reduced blood sugar level before and after meal, as well as treating anxiety and anxiety-related depression. However, these studies were quite small and more research is needed before any recommendation can be made. So there are recommendations, there are studies that will let you know that, okay, fine, this helps, but then it's not like, okay, I'm giving you like 100% assurance, you know, but you need to just try it. It's something that you can all inculcate in the style of your kitchen and how you make your food. Now, the bottom line is holy basil appears to improve immune function and inhibit the growth of bacteria, yeast, and molds. And I guess it's something that we don't want to miss out on, because you see your blood level, your sugar level, your immune system, the cells, everything that operates in your body, it's everything you need to function. Don't forget, health is wealth. And you wouldn't want to miss out on any of this, because trust me, a lot of people are just dying and we'll be wondering, okay, what happened? This person was very okay this minute. You know, what is inside is inside. Sometimes you've not even gone to the hospital to check if you have any issue and all of that. You might just be okay and healthy, and then that will just be the end. So you have to really, really do the right thing, get to read, study, know the food you're making, know the spices and the herbs you are going to inculcate in your dish. So before we go into the last we have for today, let's just take the short break and we will be back. Hello, you're welcome back to Lunch Global today. I am Chunk and Amel Joseph. And if you're just catching up with us today, trust me, you've missed a lot already, but not to worry. We're talking about the right herbs and spices that are extremely healthy and very good for you to invite, inculcate, bring in, gather all in your dish than the regular use of salt, because we know that too much of salt is not healthy at all. So you can always want to cut down on the intake of salt and go in with spices and herbs instead. So moving on, we'll be looking at cayenne pepper. It's normal. Most times the normal pepper we know, but then we just it's not every pepper that is as healthy as the other. Sometimes they differ. Just because we say okay, pepper, you have to eat any pepper you see. No, we're talking about the cayenne pepper. This contains capsaicin, which helps reduce appetite and may have anti-cancer properties. Cayenne pepper is a type of chili pepper used to prepare spicy dishes. The active ingredient in it is called capsaicin, which has been shown to reduce appetite and increase fat burning in many studies. For this reason, it is a common ingredient in many commercial weight loss supplements. One study found that adding 1 gram of red pepper to meals reduced appetite and increased fat burning in people who did not regularly eat peppers. However, there was no effect in people who were accustomed to eating spicy food, indicating that a tolerance to the effect can build up. Some animal studies have also found capsaicin to combat certain forms of cancer, including lung, liver, and prostate cancer. Of course, these observed anti-cancer effects are far from being proven in humans, so taking all of this with a big grain of salt. So the bottom line is cayenne pepper is very rich in substance called capsaicin. It also reduces appetite and boosts fat burning. That's why I said it earlier that people who like call them gymnasts, or people who like to work out or work on their body, and all of people who always go to the gym, in your protein boost or whatever boost that you make, they usually tend to include the cayenne pepper because it is very, very fast and it boosts fat burning. So if you need fast burning, it helps also reduce appetite. Probably you eat too much and then you need something to reduce your appetite. So that's the solution. And it also shows that it is an anti-cancer potential, but that is an animal study, not a human study. But the fact that it reduces your appetite and it helps burn fat, that is one thing you should put in your dish. And I think I've noticed quite a number of times that people just eat those pepper like that. I can't do it, and please, I'm not advising you to do that at all. But if you have the power to do it, why not if not? But too much of everything is bad. Don't forget, it's like very, very bad. So you have to regulate on what you eat. Just because they say it's good, you also need to find out about the particular quantity that you need. What does your body need at that moment? Don't overdo it because you want it to work now. Everything is time, and with time you get result for your actions, result for your care, how you take care of your body. Once you age, you begin to see the result of what you are doing and all of that. So that's why you need to take the right supplements, the right herbs, and the right spices. And most of the time, even when you go out to get supplements, you can always check to see the content of that supplement. And then you might get 1 or 2 of this today that we're talking about. Trust me, it will give you more confidence to be able to go in and, of course, buy the supplement. Then lastly, for today, for the sake of time, we're going to be looking at ginger. Okay, we know that ginger is one herbs that we always use. Like we always use ginger. Sometimes you make your ginger tea, you make your pepper chicken, you make your pepper beef. Like we love to use ginger all the time. So ginger helps to treat nausea and also has inflammatory properties, and is also a popular spice. Like it's something that is our #1 popular spice. But then trust me, it is very medicinal. I know you know that. Then you have to always try your best to always make it possible by making your dish. Ginger can be so stressful when it comes to peeling it. Like I hate to peel ginger, but then you can get it in powder. You can also close your eyes because it's good for you, so you just have to give it a try. But myself, I don't even like to peel ginger, so I prefer to just buy the ginger powder and which is much more easier for me, or even buy dry ginger and pound it at the end of the day. So we're going to be putting a stop here today. Hope you've learned about some of the herbs and spices, and of course the importance and the specific health benefit and what they can add to your health. Because as time goes on, you know, you keep growing. Today you are 10, tomorrow you're 11. Before you know it, you are 50. So you have to always look out for your health and, of course, what you eat. Making your dish by yourself is important, and using the right herbs and spices in it is also important. So thank you for joining me on Lunch Global today. I am still Chung Annamel Joseph. Hope you had a nice time with me today. See you tomorrow. Bye.